funny, people. Dave Chappelle, funny guy. I love Dave.
Okay, so what you're watching on your screen there is Netflix employees and surrounding protesters who staged a walkout this afternoon. That was in protest of Dave Chappelle's latest stand-up special, and one lone man who took the brave stand of saying he thought the jokes were funny. Those people, though, the protesters, the employees, they accused the company of platforming transphobic comments. But why don't you be a judge for yourself?
Cancel J.K. Rowling, my God. Effectually, she said gender was a fact. And then the trans community got mad as I agree. I agree, man. Gender is a fact.
Scandalous. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos offering a tepid apology, saying he screwed up in the way he communicated with staff, but he says for now he's not removing the special. Joining me now is Bret Weinstein, Dark Horse podcast host and the author of A Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century, Evolution, and the Challenges of Modern Life. Bret, you have experienced this kind of stuff firsthand. You've experienced it on college campuses. You've experienced it with your podcast and digital outlets. You know, what's fascinating about this Dave Chappelle Netflix thing is for now, it looks like a big American company standing strong. But I think I have to emphasize for now. How long can they hold out?
Yeah, I'm concerned about the same thing. You know, in our book, Heather Hying and I argue that humor is the way human beings sort out difficult issues, that is its evolutionary purpose. And in this case, what we have is a small group of motivated activists trying to shut down the ability of an audience that clearly wants to hear this comedy. It wants to get in the way and pressure a corporation into removing it. And
Bret, how do you explain? Look, I think we can pretty easily define and identify why thousands of employees might be staging a walkout. It's a search for power, I guess, and some grievance. But what about all the other comedians? I mean, there are other comedians who are taking the side of the protesters, not Dave Chappelle, which has to be the cardinal sin of comedy.
Yes, I think fortunately for Dave Chappelle, he's big enough to endure whatever they throw at him, but most people are not. And the amount of pressure that can be exerted by these mobs is absolutely tremendous. It is actually reshaping what we can say to each other, and eventually it will shape what we are able to think.
So as odd as I think it is for other comedians to essentially sell out Dave Chappelle, let me give you another example, Bret. And I think this just tells us where we are in 2021 when it comes to free speech. The ACLU is taking the side of people that are looking to control the speech of teachers. Now, this is a teacher in Loudoun County, Virginia, who didn't want to be forced into using certain pronouns, but instead that ACLU, who once defended the Klan's right to say awful things, says, no, this teacher shouldn't be able to use the pronouns of his choice. We've lost free speech if we've lost the ACLU, Bret.
Well, I think we have to be a little careful because there is the question of the teacher's right to speak without being compelled. We also have children in the line of fire here. But I must say I am increasingly alarmed to see the ACLU not only fail to live up to its mandate, but appear to act in the exact opposite direction. It is now fictionalizing history, as it did when it altered a Ruth Bader Ginsburg quote to make it gender neutral. It is acting on behalf of censors, as it did when it supported Amazon in its barring of Abigail Schreyer's book, and now we see them coming out in favor of compelled speech. It's extremely alarming because the ACLU is effectively the last line of defense for these civil liberties.
But now it seems to be an enforcement mechanism for censorship, and we need to at least start by being honest about that. That's who they are now, today. Bret, I always enjoyed listening to what you have to say. Thank you for coming on and talking with me tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.